All right, here at Slightly Mad Studios presentation, I'm here with Pete.
Hi.
Hi. And we're catching up after my interview 2012 with Project Cars. It's about almost ready, launch in November, right?
That's correct, yes.
All right, okay. In 2012, Andy said working on Project Cars is almost like working in a fishbowl because you were making things more transparent and everything. Now with the project almost done, what did you learn from that?
Okay, we learned that we were probably right to do it this way in the first place. There was a risk associated with the way that we were tackling development. Incredibly open with a community of 80,000 people watching our every move, but it has been massively helpful. It's helped us in all sorts of ways. Some of our content was release ready a year before the game was needed to be ready. It's been the feedback that we've had from the environment every day has been invaluable. We've had people in the industry watching us. Some of them probably hoping that we might fail, but we haven't. We've proved that the way that we've tackled Project Cars is a viable way of making big budget AAA video games in the modern world.
One of the things that Andy hoped to accomplish with the title, or that you actually hoped to accomplish with the title, is bring something different to the table. What are some of those dreams that you really got to realize in the final project now?
Sure. So I think we're creating a viable alternative to the Gran Turismos and the Forzas of this world. So we're probably a little bit more simulation based than those, but we can dial back the handling to compete on exactly the same level as well. And what we're doing is we're doing something other than a game in which you kind of grind for cars. We can't and we choose not to compete in terms of the sheer number of cars that we've got in the game. What we've got are exactly the right cars for the different motorsports that we've got. And again, unlike our competitors, we're executing every bit of the game to the same level. So while some games might have an incredibly good underlying simulation but terrible crash physics and terrible engine noises, we don't. We're executing everything to the same best-in-class level for a true, authentic, visceral representation of what motorsport is all about.
And that probably goes also for weather simulation, because in your presentation you also said that in Le Mans, for example, the actual weather is linked to what you see in game.
Yeah. So we don't have an internet plugged into the actual weather, but what we do have is we're compatible with open source weather forecasting and reporting technologies, so we can get the information from those services. So we can't know for sure that particular square meter of track is being rained on, but what we can know is what the weather is like in that region, and as the ability to forecast and report weather more accurately goes up, then we'll take advantage to get more accurate and more authentic weather.
Oh, very cool. For what tracks does that feature work?
All of them.
Oh, okay.
Every track in the game is fully compatible with our dynamic time of day and dynamic weather. The weather isn't just rain and sunshine, it's kind of everything in between. We don't have firestorms, but we do have mist, haze, fog, thunderstorms, drizzle, and the ability to change between a number of different sorts of weather throughout the course of the race.
Awesome. Now, another cool thing that you saw, that you talked about, was not only like the 4K capability, but also the 12K capability if you hook up 3 screens to a very powerful PC.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely. So one of the strengths of our underlying tech is its adaptability and its modularity, which means that we're kind of ready for new things before the new things are ready for things. God, that was a bad sentence. But no, what I mean to say is when somebody unveils, say, 24K, we'll be ready for it. So 4K is an up-and-coming technology. It's beginning to find its feet and beginning to find steam. We were one of the very early supporters of it simply because we could support it like that. 12K is 3 4K screens next to each other, and with a beast of a PC, you can drive 3 4K screens at once. We're ready for whatever comes next.
Okay, so what about if I throw Oculus Rift at you? Would you be ready for that as well?
Yes, absolutely. So again, we're ready for Oculus Rift for when they launch. We're 100% Oculus Rift compatible. When using Oculus Rift, it has actual gameplay impact. One of the problems that driving games have always suffered from is the fact that you're representing a 3D world on a 2D screen, and racing effectively is so important on knowing where you are in that world and where you are in relation to corners and apices and things like that. And what Oculus allows us to do automatically is to have better perception of where you are in that 3D world. And so you'll be able to, instead of thinking you know where your front wheels are when you're trying to clip an apex, you know that you know where your front wheels are. You're better aware of where your braking points might be. And so it's not instant. You won't automatically shave 10 seconds off your lap time, but given time and getting used to it and the new feel and things like that, just by sheer dint of using a VR system, you will improve.
All right, while I was looking at Oculus Rift last year, we kind of wandered in the studio and off camera. How does Oculus Rift work with actual steering wheels and everything? Because if you want to shift and stuff, and you have your dials and everything, you won't see them through the Oculus Rift. Have you any experience on that?
I'm ashamed to say that I don't. It's a really good question, and it's something that I should know the answer to. But yeah, from a technical point of view, it's possible, and we probably support it. Whether it's sensible to do so or not, I don't know.
Well, time to find out, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah, but I suppose for steering and pedals and things like that, it kind of doesn't matter if you don't know where they are, because you're not letting go of the steering wheel so much. Muscle memory will hook in if you've got a gear shift and stuff. So it's the sort of thing that, yeah, is absolutely compatible, and if we're not already doing it, we should.
All right, okay, final question. It's coming out when and for what platforms?
Okay, we're launching in November for PC, PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Steam and Wii U are coming next year.
Okay, thanks for the overlook, and good luck with your release then.
Thanks, man. Enjoy the show.